And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. Kasarian, and welcome back to Minecraft. Alright, so what are we up to today, guys? Well, as you can see, I did some rearranging in here. I actually like this setup a little bit better. Alright, you can see I used some chisel blocks. You can also see I used some carpenter's blocks, and we'll get to those in the future. I did a lot of this off camera and got ready for some other builds off camera. Because, well, I've had a lot of time to play around on Minecraft. It's been some slow days at work, so I figured why not. I moved our power room up here, as you can see. Setup is pretty much the same. Not too much different here. We have our generators. We have these generators. And then downstairs I did some more work as well. Alright, so let's pop downstairs and see what I did over there. Alright, I cleared out this room. And over here, you can see we have our coal coke machines. What I did here was I created this to auto-feed a little bit better. So basically what's happening is that this chest over here is our input. Alright, you can input coal or wood. Wood will get turned into charcoal and also generate some creosote oil. Alright, and this chest, you can see here, these right here, have input-output filters. Alright, so output is coming in on the brown, and then we're inputting green and green into here. We have item filter charcoal and an item filter for coal coke. Then what's happening is coal coke is getting pulled out separate line on green and charcoal is getting pulled out on brown. And if you saw upstairs, all of my survivalist generators were on charcoal line and all of my Ender IO Sterling generators were on the green. Okay. Engine control was set up much the same and we're good to go. Alright, nice compact little system here. I'm going to expand this up a little bit, but you guys don't need to see that. That's just me making and placing blocks. Alright, next thing we're doing. This room. Remember this? This is a cave? Yeah, not so much anymore. Let's go outside and take a look, shall we? So what this is going to be, and some of you may actually be able to tell what this is going to be if you've watched, let's say, some of my spotlights on a certain mod author who's, you know, quite good at what he does. Yeah, so if you look down, you can probably tell me what this is going to be. Alright? Yeah, we're going to do that. So this thing is going to be cool. However, we need concrete around it. And not this chisel concrete. We need reactor craft concrete. We need a layer of at least 3 of it all around this thing. Alright? Alright. Now, the problem with reactor craft concrete is that it's a bit of a pain in the rear end to make. Alright, so let's take a look. Why, Cass, why is this a pain in the rear end? That's why. It needs a water bucket. Everything else is pretty easy. We just need that water bucket. And, it's so difficult, you know? It's like, ooh. Because you have to stand near a water source and craft with it. Now the bucket doesn't get used up, but it's still, you know, hard. Well, we have a solution, alright? And that's going to involve this. I figured out, by the way, it's the strong boxes that are turning this weird colors. And this. Okay. How is that going to do anything? Well, just watch and we'll take a look. The first thing we're going to have to do is run some power over here. And we're going to actually use this line here. Okay? Of course, I didn't... Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah, I can do this. Alright. So, what's the easiest way to run power here? Probably just to go straight across. Alright, so let's turn into a bat. And then let's... I'm probably going to need some more energy conduits, but that's alright. Alright, good. I'm not certain if I have quite enough here for what I need to do, but that's neither here nor there. So let's just pop down here. And I'm one short. Okay, great. Awesome. Alright, well, that's not too hard to fix, though. That's just some conductive iron. So let's get 3 of you and 3 of you. As you guys can see, I've also been doing a fair bit of mining. Alright. I think you're in alloy mode, right? There we go. Alright. So while that's happening, let's get this thing. This is a cyclic assembler from thermal expansion. And it is a way of auto-crafting, and it is pretty darned cool, actually. So let's get our cyclic assembler out, and let's just plop it down right there. That's not what I wanted, computer. That is monstrous levels of not what I wanted. Come on. Come on. No, for heaven's sakes. Alright, fine. There we go. Alright, so we're going to put down our cyclic assembler right there. And then we're going to put down our pressurized fluid conduit right below it. Now the next thing we're going to need is to come over, is to get something out of here. We're going to need a blueprint, alright? Schematic. Alright, you can see it's already encoded. Just drop it. Shift click while sneaking. And that'll clear it. Awesome. So it's now clear. To encode it, we're going to drop it into this machinist workbench, okay? So let's pick this up. We're just going to plop it in right here. Open up our concrete and shift click it in. And write the schematic, okay? There we go. Gravel, sand, clay, and a water bucket. Or water bucket-like, whatever that means. All right, your guess is honestly as good as mine here. So we're going to drop that in the cyclic assembler, all right? Now, we're going to need to get, let's just get to make ourselves another bucket because I don't want to have to run back and forth 18 billion times. All right, hold on for just a split second. There we go. Almost forgot to start my timer. There we go. And we can do this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2 buckets. Yes, ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch, aber nicht so gut. Sorry. Anyways. I don't speak that much German. And what I do speak, I don't speak it that well. But, you know, we each have languages. I also speak a tiny bit of Arabic. Even worse than my German. Seriously. I remember like 3 words of it. And I can't tell you what they are right now. Yeah. I took 1 class in it. That was a bad idea. So much for my GPA after that class. Alright, so let's run back over to here. And let's get our aqueous accumulator out. And we're just going to make a typical one of these. Alright, dud up. Dud up. Dud up. And we're going to take our pressurized fluid conduit. And we are going to run it over like this. And of course we need a little bit more. Of course. Of course, of course, of course. Of course, but I'm not a horse. What? Yeah. Sorry. It's a random morning. Go figure. So let's jump back up and let's get some more pressurized fluid conduits. Which I don't think I've ever shown you how to craft them. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Alright, so pressurized fluid conduits are pretty simple. We're just getting some fused quartz and some conduit binders. Okay? Pretty easy to craft. Get this pressurized fluid conduits. And pressurized fluid conduits are actually pretty darned cool. And let me show you why, actually. So I can't jump down there. I should have this. I also changed up how that worked. So you guys just saw that it's now connected to that chest as its output location. So we're going to do that, and we're going to do this. And that gives us some more of these energy conduits. There we go. Better. Much better. And so we're going to hook that up. And you should be almost fully connected now. So let's just take our wrench and right-click there to get those connected, and we now have water. So, extract, act without signal, signal color is red, okay? And then up here, we're going to say, for this thing, mode, insert, okay? There we go. Now, that only works with water. That entire line is filled with water. It's filled with a good amount of water, but it only works with water. There is another conduit type that actually allows us to have multiple fluids in the same conduit. Okay? So, yeah. It's cool. Don't get me wrong. It's cool. But you want to be a little bit careful with it. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to get ourselves some... That's the wrong chest. Some of our item conduits. And we're going to put the chest right here. Okay? And we're just going to come back around. Back, up, and up. Perfect. Look at that. That never actually happens like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to reuse this thing. All right, so why not? We'll pop him right there. We will get down here. Easiest way to do this sometimes is to shift. Okay, we're going to have to go to bat mode to be able to access this. Yeah, right, because it's like back here. All right, shift left click, we'll switch to insert mode, channel green, priority 0. All right, we'll come back to here. We will flip mode extract. Always active. There we go. Okay, so what should happen is that should pull everything out. Let's turn back into us. And the last thing we're going to want to do is get a hopper, which I don't think I have any of right now. So, we'll do this. We'll do that. And I can't wait until I get an ME system. It'll make all this so much easier. We'll get some iron. And we'll just do the usual hopper routine. Boom. Hopper. Okay. And then we're going to get, let's see, let's throw the hopper down on top of this thing. Let's make sure that's set to the output. Now the cool thing is that the way the cyclic assembler works is a little bit cool. All right, so let's go 1, 2, oops. 1, 2. And we also need some clay, right? Should have some in here. And I'm running just a little bit low on it, I believe. That's fine. So let's just craft up the clay like so. We'll get some clay. And we'll just pop it into the cyclic assembler. So the clay goes in, the sand goes in, our gravel goes in. And you can see it's actually using the water from the cyclic assembler. It's actually using it to create the material we need. Now, it's not feeding now, and I don't know why it's not feeding now. So let's go bat mode. You're on insert mode. Oops. Okay, so do you have to be... Yeah, huh. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, and because the... Okay, so... And it is pulling it out. Okay. Where it's sending it, however, is anyone's flipping guess. Oh, because it actually pulled this out. Okay. So... Alright, we're going to need some more item conduits then. Because... Actually, no. You know what we're going to do? Shift left click. We're going to set this mode to disabled. And we're just going to come up the back of it with the water. And we still need some more clay. But you can now see that it's going to be monumentally easier to work this thing, right? Right. So we don't have to worry about it quite as much, all right? It's going to be easier, a little bit less complicated, and a little bit less difficult. And that's good, you know, because this is on its own kind of a remarkably difficult thing to craft. It takes a while, and we just got ourselves a stack without too much difficulty. Nice. Okay, next thing we're going to work on today. Let's take a look. First things first. we're going to get started on something cool. And this something cool is actually from another mod. And let me just put some junk away here. That should work. That should work. These guys stack. Put that away. I also made myself a knapsack from Tinker's Construct, which is monumentally useful just for keeping around some tools, buckets, that sort of crap. All right, and it just goes on your back. That's the recipe. Aluminum brass, tough iron tool rod, and some leather. Okay, nice and easy. All right, so we're making ourselves some sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid? Cass, what the heck are you making? Hold on, guys. Hold on here. Just give me a few minutes, all right? Okay? Okay. All right, so the next thing we're going to need is some wood, which I neglected to get before I started this whole adventure. So let me go charging outside for a minute, and I'm going to get at least one thing of wood, and I'll be back in a second because we're going to need it, all right? So I'll be right back. All right, guys, the next item we're going to craft is going to be what's called a barrel. All right. This is not from Java, by the way. I don't remember how to craft these barrels anymore because I haven't used them in so long. This is actually from Factorization. Okay. There we go. That goes there instead. Okay, so we got the Factorization barrel. Now what do we need? Well, we need to do something a little bit creative, all right? We need to make ourselves... Well, let's do a couple things first. All right, so we're going to need to make ourselves a motor. We made ourselves a socket, and now we need a motor. And not that motor, we need this motor. Okay, so we need a battery block. Oh gosh, how do we get a battery block? Well, that's a good question. Just sulfuric acid, 4 lead, and 4 iron. That's not too bad, all right? So let's get some sulfuric acid. 4 iron. We're actually going to make 2 of these. And some lead. And of course, I got them backwards. So let's get 1. And then let's get ourselves a second. There we go, sulfuric acid. Battery block. We have 2 of them now, okay? So now, to make the servo, not that motor, we need this motor. And not that one, we need this one. All right, so we need some insulated coils, and that's just a block of clay surrounded by lead. All right. So we should have some blocks of clay. Let's surround it by lead. Insulated coil. All right. So we go back to the motor. All right, so we need 2 iron up the middle, a battery block, some lead, and then some of this lead coil. And that gets us a motor. Nice. Oh, it didn't even use up the battery block. Awesome. Okay, now we need a diamond cutting head. Yeah. We need some diamond block shards. How do we get those? We have to blow up a diamond. I think I just heard like 5 different people go, whoa. That's a lot of diamond. Nah, it's not that much. Not with the amount of mining we're capable of doing at this point. Honestly, it really isn't that much. So let's just get ourselves... I don't even remember what the recipe for TNT is anymore. Okay, 5 and some sand. All right. So let's do that. And I remember correctly, we want something like this. And like that. Okay, good. All right, so let's go outside. Do I have a lever or something to light this thing off with? Yeah, I do. Okay, good. So let's go outside and let's take a look at this. All right. So it isn't that difficult. It's just the typical place down diamond, place down TNT, blow up TNT. Okay. Not too bad at all. Not too bad. Let me find some place I don't mind blowing up a little bit, and I'll be right back. All right. So let's blow this thing up. Take our TNT, set it off, get clear, and we get some diamond block shards. Awesome. 18. So about 2 per diamond. Can you convert these guys back? Let's see. Nope. No, you can't. Okay. So now that we have those, we can actually make our diamond cutting head. All right. Now, the diamond cutting head is going to be very important for us and very useful as well. It's going to be nice to have for mostly this little project. This little project, by the way, will allow us to possibly triple some of our ore. All right. So weighted pressure plate. And this gets us a diamond cutting head. Awesome. Excuse me. Now, to make all this work properly, we're also going to need to get a calorific burner. Calorimetric burner. All right. So I need... Ooh. A slime ball or raw rubber. This may be a little bit more difficult, actually. Let's see. Do I have a slime ball or raw rubber laying around? Or even a rubber tree sapling, maybe. I have some rubber wood from MFR, but no raw rubber. Ooh. This could be complicated. This could be very complicated now. Because I was going to use that calorimetric burner for this project. Let's see here. Okay, so let's get the rest of it done then. So we just need to get some bones. And we'll do that over here. So bones like this. All right. We need a bit of leather. So I don't know if that's going to be in here, maybe. Or maybe back here. No. Okay. So let's see. Leather. How am I going to get myself some leather? Oops. And get it. Oh, quicklime. Okay. That's nice and easy. So let's just get ourselves a calcite crystal. And let's just cook it up. We'll get ourselves some rotten flesh. Quicklime. Quicklime plus rotten flesh gets us leather. Nice. Okay. And then we're going to need to also get ourselves some of that more sulfuric acid. Okay? And that's not too bad. Sulfur, coal, and a water bottle. All right. I don't think I have any more water bottles left, actually, which is unfortunate. Let's take a look. No, I don't. Okay. So in this chest, I should be able to get 3 glass. And should be able to craft it up like this. And we'll just get ourselves 1 more water bottle, a piece of coal, and some sulfur. It's not too shabby. And not too difficult to get either. Okay. So let's come back over to here. Let's grab that. There we go. Hey, you're not supposed to be in here. How did you get in here? Go away. And thanks for the extra bones and some arrows and a bow. You know, having looting on the sword really actually helps quite a bit. All right, so let's come back over to here. We need to get ourselves a piece of coal and another piece of sulfur. And we can chuck these together. 1, 2, and 3 to get ourselves some sulfuric acid. Nice. Okay, so I'm going to come back in a couple seconds. I'm going to go find some rubber, because I forgot I needed that. I thought I had this entire build set up, and, well, no, I know why. Okay. I know why this happened. Okay, yep. Alright, so I'll be right back in just a few minutes. Well, seconds for you guys. Alright, so I got myself some rubber. Nice. Alright, so let's take a look now. So we just need to get ourselves a piston. It's not too difficult. Right? Right. Yoink. Yoink. Grab some of this. Let's resort that so it at least makes some sense. And let's get 3 of those. Alright, so piston time. Do-doot. Do-doot. Thank you. Some redstone and some iron. And we give ourselves some MFR rubber to get ourselves a sticky piston. Awesome. And this gives us our calorimetric burner. The next thing we're going to need is a water boiler from Factorization. Okay, it's just 7 iron and some iron bars. It's not too shabby. And yes, I do use Journey Maps Teleport now and then because, well, I'm time limited. I'm doing this before work, and I need to go to work. So, yes. All right, so let's create this. Actually, we'll not do it in here. I made a new item. This is the handheld crafting tool courtesy of Rotary Craft. Rika, I could hug you for adding this. Seriously, man. I could hug you for adding this. 2 gold, 2 steel, and a crafting table gives us a crafting table in my pocket. All right. I've been wanting this pretty much in this format since we had... Oh gosh, what was it? Since Equivalent Exchange, I think. That was the last time I had one that was basically worked like this, alright? So, then we're going to need a turbine. Don't get worried, it's a Factorization steam turbine. It's really minor. Okay, so we're just going to need a bit more iron. Let me just grab another stack of iron out of here. Alright, so, let's start crafting, shall we? Now, if I look at this, I need a pressurizer, a weighted pressure plate, and 4 iron. So, just a lot of iron, really. So we have ourselves a pressurizer. All right. Then I need 2 glass panes, some iron bars, okay, that I can do. So let's look. Iron bars on the top. Iron bar. We need some glass panes, I believe, which should be in this chest. Or I might need some more clay. Oh, perfect. I have 2 glass panes. Nice. Okay. All right, so it should be on the top one. That goes down there. We need this, and iron on the top. And let's grab some lead out of here. Iron on the top, and lead on the bottom, and then we just need a motor, okay? And that's just some more of this insulated coil, so that's not too bad. Insulated coil isn't bad. We just need some of this. We need some more lead. Gets ourselves some insulated coil. That goes like that. We put our battery block there. And 2 more pieces of lead and some iron. To get ourselves a motor. Okay. And we'll just put this motor in here and we get ourselves a steam turbine. And let's also look at wire. Servo rail. Lead wire. Okay, just 3 lead. Okay, that's not too shabby. All right, so we have our steam turbine, our calorimetric burner, and our battery blocks. Awesome. Now what are we going to do? We're going to get some more potatoes. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Yeah, we actually are going to get ourselves some more potatoes. We're going to get ourselves a lot more potatoes. This is actually the whole reason I was growing potatoes down here. Let's just get some of these jerks replanted, shall we? Tell you, Kess, they're not jerks. They're potatoes. Potatoes can't be jerks. Says you. I think they're all jerks. Alright, so we're going to place all these down. Refill our nice little farm. Just like that. Alright, perfect. Okay, how are you doing, by the way? Are you... Yeah, you're keeping it hydrated, so I guess you work with Rotary Craft stuff. Alright. And we have a couple stacks of potatoes that we need to cook up now. That's not bad at all. We could just pop over to here. Furnace only. Drop these in and drop these in. Alright. And our deadly potato can go wherever our crops chest is. I need to relabel these, I know. Okay, deadly potato goes in there. Perfect. So now, let's get ourselves downstairs for a second. Okay? One last thing we need. Let's get ourselves a pair of buckets. And let me actually put some inventory away. Because otherwise, this is going to be a little bit complicated. So we'll go here. We'll put that in there, this in there, that and that. Okay. Resort. There you go. All right. So now let's get ourselves, we have this, we got this, we got this, we got this, and we just need 2 buckets of water and we should be all set. Yeah, I know. Can I order? No, I can't. I need to put a water source over here or some other way just to get water in the rest of my base, you know? And I know we're running a little over time now, but I just want to get this part set up. So the first thing we're going to need for factorization is power, okay? Power. Yes, power. And we're also going to need something to work with, just to demonstrate how this works, all right? So, let me get 2 pieces of cobalt ore, if I have any. I should have some laying around, I think. I'm pretty certain I do have some cobalt. Yes, I do. So let's get 2 pieces of cobalt, and let's jump downstairs again. And we're just going to do this down to the general basement area, all right? So, general basement. Woo! All right, we're going to do it back in this corner, I do think. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself a infinite water source. Right, like that. All right? And then we're going to get ourselves a water boiler. We're just going to put it there, and it's going to suck up water. All right? Then we're going to get ourselves our calorimetric burner. We're going to shove them right there. And we're going to put our steam turbine right on the top. Right like that. Okay? And the last thing we're going to do is we're going to put our partially charged battery block, which has gone missing on me. Well, that's okay. We need to craft one more thing anyways. So, we're going to grab our battery block, which I think is probably still over here somewhere. Yep, that it is. I forget because things don't pop out when they're done. So the other thing we're going to get is we're going to get a charge sign. Charge meter, charge sign. I don't know what it's called. Charge meter. Okay. Lead, 2 lead, 1 iron, some wood, a stick, and a sign. All right. So. That. Okay. And do I have the lead and iron on me? I should. All right. So let's just get ourselves some sticks, a sign. Hey. Get out of here. Oops. Helps if I'm in this window when I do this. Oh, I can't shift click in. Okay. Lead, iron, stick, sign. What is the rest? Wood? I need 4 wood. Derp. Derp-de derp derp derp. Alright, let's put the oak wood planks away. Let's get the 4 spruce wood out. Let's open this up. We can do that. Sign, stick, lead, iron. Charge meter. Awesome. And we're going to put our partially charged battery block down. All right. Oh, I didn't even realize it actually showed you the charge level. Nice. Okay. So we're just going to run this over to here. You can't be generating. And it's charged up. What are you using for fuel? How are you even... That doesn't make any sense, but alright, we'll roll with that. Okay. Alright, that's weird. I don't know why it's doing that, but alright, we'll roll with that. Alright, let's actually just steal this chest, because it's not needed for what I was using it for. And we'll just drop our coal coke in there. I don't know how that's generating infinite power without anything else going on with it, but we're just gonna smile and nod right now. Smile and nod, smile and nod. I'll figure that out later. I think I need to update the pack. Okay, so what we're going to do now is something pretty cool. At least in my book, it's pretty cool. We're going to open up this wall a little bit, all right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to put down a socket, right? Not like that. We have a chest behind it, basically. So let's get our chest out. Put the chest right there, and then we'll put our socket block down right there. And we're going to move this as well. There we go. And then we're going to put our our motor on the socket, and our diamond cutting head on the motor. Awesome. And then we're going to put a barrel down right in front of it. Okay? And now we need to connect this guy to power. Right? Right. So if we open this up, we put our lead in, we get ourselves some lead wire from Factorization. And we hook it up like that. So this guy now has power. All right? Now all we're going to do, we could do this one of 2 ways. The first way, ow, would be, don't get in front of that thing when it's running, to put some ore directly in front of it. All right, so you can see this is running. That guy's spinning. I don't know why that's spinning. The way the calorimetric burner is supposed to work is that you put food in it and it heats the water, but there's something going weird with it. All right, so this is going to grind down that cobalt ore and give me some dirty cobalt gravel. Now, I could be a pain in the rear end. I could put, an autonomous activator just to place blocks down everywhere. I'm not going to. I'm going to put a barrel down. And what you do with the barrel is you just put what you need to work with in the barrel, and the barrel just chews it out and spits it out the back. Beautiful. Now, there's more stuff we need to do with this, but, well, we can do some of it right now, okay? Like, if we do this right now, we can do this. If we do this right now, we can do this. That makes sense in some weird version of English, I promise you. Actually, you know what we can do? That's a water source block right there. I can just steal from this. Yoink. Okay, the next thing we're going to need is an item called the mixer, okay? The mixer is a little bit more complicated. I know I'm out of time. I know. You know what? We'll finish this up in the next episode because I'm wicked out of time and I just don't have the time to work with this. So I'll be back in the next episode, guys. We'll finish up this build and we'll do something really cool with a mod that I've never used before. So guys, this has been Mr. Kasarian. Thank you for watching. And as always, happy mining. I'll see you in the next episode.